going to throw. One-on-one. Davis has it. Touchdown. Carolina wins. Carolina is the Coastal Division champion. Javonte Williams to the left of Howell. He'll send him out into the flat right side. Howell looking, standing tall, lets it go. Man there. Touchdown. Touchdown, Carolina. The pistol. Jackson behind him. Hands off to Jackson. He tried to jump pass, and it's intercepted. Surratt intercepts it. Holy cow, Carolina's going to win. And off to Javonte Williams again. Pops it to the left. Javonte leaps over a man, crosses the 50, trucks over a defender, spins by another. Goodness gracious, he's down to about the 15, and he did absolutely everything in one carry.
Here's the shotgun snap to Aguilar. Drops back. Pressure coming. Aguilar floats it up. Incomplete. No flags. Head on back up the mountain. Carolina wins it in double overtime. Loftus out of the shotgun. Throws to the end zone. Incomplete. Incomplete. The bell belongs to us. Carolina wins it. 47-45 in double overtime.
Bernard fields it at the 26. Heading to the far side. Gio at the 35. Gio, he's at the 50. No, he's not. Yes, he is. Gio is going to take it for a touchdown. Are you kidding me?
Hey guys, and welcome into another edition of the Heel Tough Vlog podcast. It's your host, Anthony Pagnotta, with you guys as always. And tonight we've got a special guest with us. It is the future quarterback of the North Carolina Tar Heels, Travis Burgess, who is joining us here on this edition of the podcast. Travis, first of all, how's it going, man? How's everything been going as you've started your season here, 2 games into it now?
First, I just want to say I appreciate you for having me on the show. I appreciate it very much. To all you Tar Heel fans, how you doing? But the season, it's been awesome so far. Currently 2-0. Obviously, there's things to work on, but you can't ask for more than no win. So, we're 2-0 right now, and looking to go into week 3. We have a great team upcoming, Thompson from Alabama. So, just looking to build on those 2 wins and keep progressing as the season goes on.
Well, how cool is that? You get a chance to play against one of your teammates in Moala. He's coming off a really strong performance in the opener. I would say, how much are you looking forward to going against him? But you probably, not wanting to see too much of him on Friday night whenever you guys match up.
No, it'll be great just to see my future Tar Heel teammate play against him, see what he can do, see if he can get me in the backfield. But no, it'd be a pretty cool time. And as a whole, Thompson's a great team. So just having a non-region game like Thompson, it will definitely help us prepare, for the futures of the season.
Yeah, ultimately, what are some of your goals for this season? This is your senior year, your second year as a starter. What are some of the main goals that you have for yourself and for your team this upcoming year?
I'll say the main goal as a team collectively is just to go back-to-back and, ultimately win the state championship. Then just as myself and, helping this team is just building the little things from last year. I think the little things is what got us sometimes in games that, might have gotten us into close games where it shouldn't have been. But just working on the little things, whether it's, footwork, whether it's protection, whether it's, just the little things that can help us separate, from games where it shouldn't be close. But we're doing great so far and just going to keep stacking on days.
So this offseason was an amazing one for you. You go from being a guy that was ranked outside of the top 400 on a lot of these websites, and all of a sudden now on 24/7 Sports, you're a guy that's ranked inside of the top 65. What has that been like for you? Because I know from Tar Heel fans' perspective, we have taken a lot of pride in seeing you sort of sail up some of those boards. What has it been like from your perspective?
First, I just want to thank y'all, the Tar Heels fans, for the support. But at the same time, it's great seeing your rankings, fly up and, see you shoot the charts. But at the same time, you have to come back to reality. And the reality is on Friday nights, the rankings don't matter. When you go against a team like Thompson or Collins Hill, when you're going against 4-star D linemen, 5-star D linemen, or hard DBs. So, it doesn't matter. But, it's great to see the rankings go up and shoot the charts. And like I said, I appreciate Tar Heel fans' support.
What about your Elite 11 experience? I mean, first of all, what was that like just being able to go out to California, compete against some of the best quarterbacks in the country? What was that experience like? Because I would imagine it was definitely an eye-opening one for you.
It was a great experience all around. Not only being able to compete against great other quarterbacks, but learning from different coaches, different coaching styles. I mean, that was phenomenal. But yeah, the main piece I would say is just being able to not only compete against other quarterbacks, but build a brotherhood. I mean, you're with the other top 20 quarterbacks in the nation. I mean, that's your time, that's your kind of week to kind of build that relationship, build that bond, but at the same time compete. Just kind of learning tools from one another if that's the case. But it was a great all around experience.
How did it feel to be named one of the Elite 11? And how did this experience sort of prepare you for the upcoming season?
It was great to be called one of the Elite 11. Just kind of give me a little, just know that I'm doing the right thing and I'm headed towards the right path. Just kind of give me a little boost to my where I'm going. But I mean, all that just to say is, I mean, came back this season. I mean, it kind of showed on the field. Just as I progressed week to week, I mean, putting my talents out in the field and letting it show.
All right. So, the biggest thing that I think most Tar Heel fans want to know is why was Carolina the best fit for you? When you were going through your recruitment, there were some big teams that were after you, including some teams in the SEC. Why did you feel like Carolina was the right school for you?
Overall, just a great community, a great school just to be in. And of course, the coaching staff. I mean, that's what ultimately led to choosing North Carolina. I mean, when you have the greatest coach of all time, well, not only along him, I mean, you have great coaches that he brought alongside with him. You have Matt Lombardi, Freddie Kitchen. So just a great all-around coaching staff and a great program that I can see in the future is going to do great things.
Well, speaking of that coaching staff, of course, you do have Bill Belichick, that is the head coach. What is your relationship like with him? How often have you talked to him? Because I think one of the things that we heard a lot about Bill Belichick when he first took the job was, oh, he's not going to be that involved in recruiting. Is that what you felt, or do you feel it's completely different that he has been very involved with the recruitment of you?
Yeah, I would disagree with that because he's been very involved with me. I mean, we actually had a day where he sat down and we went over my high school film, my junior season film, and kind of broke it down. It took like 30 minutes to an hour just to kind of sit there and have one-on-one time with him, which was phenomenal, and kind of just pick his brain and learn a few tidbits from him. So it
What
was
about
phenomenal.
not to cut you off there, but what about Freddie Kitchens? How exciting has it been to get to know him and, his style of offense that he's going to try to fit you into when you get to Chapel Hill?
It's been an awesome relationship that we have built. I'm not 100% sure of, what they're going to do as far as offensively. I have a few things on that we've talked about and I've seen, as far as practice and film and whatnot. But we built an awesome relationship. And like I said, I'm just ready to be a Tar Heel after I finish this great senior season out with Grayson High School.
So, I think one other thing that people really want to know, you playing with a guy that is another Tar Heel commit in Lawrence Brown. What is something that Tar Heel fans really need to know about? Why should they be excited about Lawrence Brown coming to Chapel Hill along with you?
Lawrence Brown, not only is he a great athlete, but he has a great support system around him. Mother, father, and brothers. So I mean, he's a well put together kid on and off the field. I mean, he does the right thing all the time. Whether it's his grades on the field, hearing from him at practice, whether he gets a sack or pressure on me, it's awesome just knowing that not only is he my Grayson teammate, but future Tar Heel teammate. So he definitely puts in the work, and he's ready for the next level.
Was he back out there? I know he was banged up in the first game of the season against Collins Hill. Was he able to get back out there against Raven Gap, or is he still working through something?
Yeah, he's still working through something, and he's steady taking recovery serious, and he's going to get back on the field soon.
Yeah, well, hopefully, we're hoping to get to see him back out there soon. One other thing you mentioned there was you were talking about how great of a family he has. You've got a great family around you, too. I know your dad, very interactive on social media. What has it been like to share this experience with your family, going through this recruiting process and everything like that with them?
It's great having a great support system around you. When you have a great mother and a father who, pours everything into you and tries to put you in the best positions to win, and also your siblings as well. Not only me, but I have, 5 other siblings who they help put in positions to, in their with their path and what they have going on and help them succeed. So just having a great support system is awesome. I mean, when you know you can rely on someone to trust and help you give you the right advice, I mean, it's awesome.
And one last thing, you are the most active, I think, on social media when it comes to interacting with the fans. We see some guys that interact with recruits and everything like that, but it really seems like you want to interact with the fans whenever they tag you in something on social media or something like that. Why do you feel that that is an important thing to be connected to this fan base?
I mean, it goes kind of like Grayson. I mean, you can be a great football program, but I mean, when you have a community support around you, I mean, that's what ultimately helps the football team. So I'm just trying to, at a smaller level, start building those Tar Heel fans, and once I step on campus, I kind of have a fan base, and have the good image around me that when I step on campus, they know who I am, and they know I'm coming from a well put together family and high school program.
Well, we know that, and that is something that we are really excited about. I know you've got a big fan in me when it comes to your game. I really liked everything that I saw when I was watching you against Collins Hill. So hopefully, you can continue to build on what you've been doing so far early in this season. Best of luck against Thompson here coming up. And, of course, best of luck for the rest of the season, Travis.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.